Hi everyone, so today's video will be my September wrap-up and my October TBR. Usually I make two separate videos for those things, but I feel like it's too late in the month right now to make a separate October TBR, and I don't really have much of a TBR to begin with, so I thought I would include my October TBR in this video. So let's just start with my September wrap-up. So in September, I actually didn't read too much because I didn't have a good reading month. Especially in the beginning of September, I just wasn't physically well enough to read. So I didn't read a lot in September. The majority of the books that I'm gonna mention, I read at the end of September. So yeah. So the first thing that I read in September was a manga, and that is Boys Run the Riot. I read volume 1, and I read this because I saw a lot of people talking about it and how it had trans representation, and you don't see that a lot in manga, so I decided to give it a try because I was having, like I said, a reading slump because of my physical health, so I wanted something really fast. I did quite enjoy this. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would, probably because I wasn't physically well enough to fully concentrate on it. But I will continue this series, and hopefully I will like it more as the volumes continue and as the series goes on. So yeah, I do recommend it if you want a manga with trans representation. So yeah, let's get into the next thing that I read in September, which is another manga, and this was actually a reread because again, I just wanted something that I already knew, so I didn't really have to take in new information because of my reading slump and my physical health, like I already mentioned. So I decided to reread this manga. I'm not gonna pronounce the title because I've tried doing that 5 times and I can't do it. So here's the title on the very pretty cover that it has. I already talked about this manga in another wrap-up. I don't know which one, but I already talked about this. It's very cute. The art style is the main thing that I really like about it. It's very pretty. And this is the type of manga that I wish they would animate, because I feel as an animation it would be so pretty. Not that the manga isn't pretty, but as an animation with the colors in it, I feel it would be so beautiful. But yeah, the story isn't my favorite, but it is pretty good. So yeah. Then next I listened to the audiobook for Upright Women Wanted. I didn't like this book as much as I thought I would. I really hoped that I would love it, but I didn't. I feel it wasn't what I expected it would be. So yeah, I was kind of disappointed by it, but it was still pretty good. It just didn't really hold my attention very well, which I said makes me kind of sad because I was expecting to like this one a lot, but I didn't, sadly enough. I honestly can't even remember what it was about, really. I can't tell you what the main characters are called or anything, which, yeah, that makes me kind of sad because I was expecting to like this book a lot, but I didn't. So yeah. Then the next book I decided to read was another audiobook, and that was Macbeth. I decided to read this even though, again, because I was in a reading slump. Usually I don't really gravitate towards classics or fantasies then, but yeah, I decided to read Macbeth because 1, the audiobook was really short, and 2, I do own a very big book that's an entire collection of all of Shakespeare's works, and I haven't read any of them. So I was let me just read one of them, I guess, and I was extremely confused, to say the least. I did not know what was going on half the time. So yeah, that was my review of it. I'm not smart enough to understand it. Go figure. Then next, I actually managed to read a physical book, which is very exciting because I hadn't read a physical book since the end of August. So the physical book that I managed to read was Pets. Now, this is a book that I was very excited to read, and I'm very glad to announce that I did really like it. It did not disappoint me. The only thing that really disappointed me was the fact that they sent me the wrong copy, because I wanted the cover that was all purple. I'll put a picture here. like I wanted that one and they sent me this one instead, which made me a bit sad because I wanted that one. But yeah, other than that, I really enjoyed this book. It is quite short, so it's quite easy to get through, and it also has great representation, and it will also have a prequel, I'm pretty sure, next year, and I'm really excited for that. I can't wait to read it. So yeah, I would recommend this one. Then next I read another manga, and that was Manly Appetites. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly, maybe I didn't, but yeah, I read this because I heard a lot about it, and I mainly heard like very good things, so I decided to try it. Also because I really liked the cover, and I did like it. I didn't like it as much as I thought I would, but a lot of people say that like after volume 1 it kind of like gets better because the characters kind of like evolve. Is evolve the right word for this? I have no idea. I feel like that makes them sound like Pokemon characters. But yeah, a lot of people say that the characters like evolve as the series goes on. So I do really want to continue reading this, and if I really enjoy it, I will buy it physically because I really like the covers. They're really pretty. So yeah. Then next is another reread. I feel like the month of September was just like the month of rereads because I needed like old favorites or just books that I already know to kind of like get myself through the month. But the manga that I reread was the first volume of Kase-san. I still really enjoyed this. I still really want to buy it physically. And yeah, I feel like it's just a good manga series. I haven't fully read it because it makes me very anxious once they start like having miscommunication issues, but yeah, I do really enjoy the first volume. So yeah, now that I'm talking about it, I actually kind of do want to like read the next volume. So maybe I'll do that after I finish filming. But yeah, we'll see, I guess. Then lastly, I reread a book that I loved a couple years ago, but I never actually wrote a review for it, which I find very funny because I wrote that I would write like a review later, and then I never did, which I found that quite funny. I posted it on Twitter. But yeah, I decided to reread Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. I decided to reread this because I wanted to see if I still liked it as much as I liked it when I first read it a couple years ago. And I do still really like it. It's not like 5 stars anymore like it used to be, but I do still really like it. I feel like it holds up quite well. A lot better than I thought I would. I thought it would be like really, it would kind of like fail in comparison to a lot of the books with gay main characters that we have now. But I feel like it actually did pretty well. So yeah, I do actually have to read the sequel still, which is Leah on the Offbeat, I'm pretty sure. But I don't want to. Like, I just don't feel like it, but I should probably force myself to do it. Maybe I'll do it this month, but yeah, we'll see, I guess. So next I'm gonna talk about my October TBR. Now, like I already mentioned, I didn't really set like a TBR in the beginning of October, just because I was too busy. I already mentioned this in another video, but I don't know when that one's gonna go up. But I started physical therapy again twice a week, and because of that, I've been very stressed, and like I've had like, I kind of have to like force my body to be able to go outside to physical therapy like twice a week, and that's very difficult on me. So yeah, it's not been fun, but I have been pre-filming some videos. I'm actually gonna pre-film a video after this one, which I don't look forward to that because I'm already in a lot of pain, even though I'm wearing like a corset top thing to like hold my back a bit straighter. But I don't think it's working a lot because I think it's actually making it worse because it cuts off like right where my pain is in my back. And so I feel like it gets the least amount of support. So yeah, I don't think the top is working very well, but I do think it looks quite good in my opinion. So that's good, I guess. But yeah, let's actually now get into my October TBR, which is just gonna be me talking about the books I'm currently reading, because I don't really have a set TBR. So yeah, So all the books that I'm now going to mention, like I already said, are going to be books that I'm currently reading, and I do want to finish soon, hopefully this month. So yeah, the first one is The Silent Patient. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, because it's October, you're reading a thriller. No, because I don't like October. I don't like that it's like this spooky month. Mostly because like I walk with a cane and I mostly dress like in black because I like dressing in black. Which I say that while I'm literally wearing like all white. But yeah, like I mostly wear like all black, and so if I go outside around Halloween with like my cane, people always think that that's like my costume, and it's really annoying, and sometimes it's really painful that they like try to take away my cane to like see how it looks and stuff like that, which it's just annoying. But yeah, because of that I don't really like October, so I don't usually read like books that are like scary in October because I just refuse. But this one I started in September and I will finish it this month because I'm almost finished with it, and it's not as good as I thought it was. I heard a lot of good things about it, but I feel like it's predictable, which I might be wrong, and maybe my like predictions are wrong, but I feel like it's predictable. So yeah, we'll see, I guess, what I think about it when I actually do finish it, which will hopefully be either today or tomorrow. So yeah. So the next book that I want to finish this week is The Beauty That Remains. Now, this book is very emotional, and so because of that, I kind of am reading it very slowly, but I am almost finished with it, so I will hopefully finish it this week as well. And I promised myself, and I promised on Twitter, that if I finished both The Silent Patient and this book this week, that I will do a reading vlog for Cemetery Boys next week. So yeah, hopefully I will be able to do that, and hopefully, you know, filming the reading vlog will actually be fun instead of extremely painful like it was last time, which I haven't actually posted the reading vlog that I filmed last month, I think, because it's so annoying to edit. But yeah, hopefully filming the reading vlog for Cemetery Boys will be more fun. But let's get into the last book, I guess, that I want to read in October, which again, this is not my full TBR, but yeah. So the last book that I want to read in October is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I started this last month as well, and I was actually thinking about reading this entire series because I do own the other two books this month, but I feel like I'm not gonna do that because I just don't see myself reading an entire series in 1 month. Like, I just don't see it. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick to this one. I completely forgot what this was about, even though I'm like halfway through. I completely forgot because it's been a bit too long since I started reading it. But I'm sure that once I start reading it again, I will remember, hopefully, because I'm not restarting this. But yeah, this was the last book on my October TBR because again, I don't really have a TBR for October. I'm just kind of like mood reading my way through the month. So yeah, so I'm finally done with this video, which is great because I'm in a lot of pain. This corset top isn't really doing anything for me, to be honest. I think it's actually making my pain worse, which is quite sad because I quite like the way this looks. But yeah, I'll have to keep that in mind for like future times that I wear this, maybe videos or like outside. But yeah, I'll have to keep in mind that like it makes my pain worse. So yeah, this was the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Starting next month, I will be like doing a separate like TBR and wrap up again. This was just like a one-off because I started physical therapy again and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and bye.